and the egg can last in the woman's body for about 12 to 24 hours if there is no fertilization. Okay, after that, the body absorbs it. Now, let's say this woman now has sexual intercourse. Let's name her Sister X. Okay? If Sister X has sexual intercourse, either a few days before her ovulation or on that day she ovulated, or a day after she ovulated, which is her fertile window. I'll talk more about that in another video. Now, what happens to that egg? Okay, there is a possibility of conception, that is fertilization happening, and the egg reaching the uterus, becoming a baby. Okay, now if this egg is released, as I said, this finger-like structures pick it up. It moves into the fallopian tubes with the hair-like things pushing it upward, and also the muscular activity. It gets to this ampulla. Okay, and then it awaits sperm for fertilization. Now, if sperm comes, this is Mr. Sperm. And remember that in a single ejaculate, there are millions of sperm cells inside. Ejaculate is whatever the man pushes into the woman. Okay, now only one, this is the Odogu Kwata of them all, that is going to win this race. Okay, he's the one in front, gong. So let's assume he comes and then he meets with this egg. They now combine and magic happens. Okay, and a zygote is now formed. That is what is produced from the fertilization that occurs when the egg and the sperm meet together. Let's make the zygote bigger, like this. Okay, this is it. It begins to move. And it journeys for about 3 to 4 days in the fallopian tube to get to the uterus. Okay, that is the womb. When this egg now gets to the womb, it can also float for about 2 days, and then it begins to bury itself in the wall of the uterus. Now, this is what I'm trying to explain. Okay, let's assume you're a farmer. You go to the farm. This is your soil, right? You begin to till the ground, and then you begin to dig. When you dig a hole in the ground with the intention of planting beans, you create this hole in the ground, and then you put your beans inside, and then you now cover it. What have you done? You've planted beans, Abby? Good. So that's what happens in the uterus. Implantation now occurs. So as God has done it, let's bring it somewhere here. So the egg begins to enter into the wall of the uterus. As you know, the uterus is a muscular structure, right? And it has several layers. Now this egg begins to burrow, and it enters into the wall. And at the end of the day, we have something like this. Okay, sorry, I'm calling it egg. It's no longer an egg. The zygote. Okay, at this stage it is growing, because as it's moving from here, it's changing into different structures, into higher structures. Okay, all in an attempt to become a fetus. Okay, so it implants itself here, and then it continues to grow, and then that is when pregnancy has been established. Okay, since pregnancy has been established, the body, having prepared the uterus already through this menstrual cycle to accommodate this baby, so many hormonal events occur to ensure that this baby is safe and has the very conducive environment to grow. And that is how the female body as a whole in general begins to also adjust to pregnancy changes. Okay, so that is it about fertilization that occurs after ovulation.